Hey guys, how's it going? I'm MacGabane101, and here is another build that I would like to show you guys that I found on my adventures in YouTube, and this one seemed pretty cool, so I decided to build it myself, and let's see exactly what it is by pushing this button here. So, if you haven't already guessed, it's a vertical elevator using mainly vanilla Minecraft, and what goes here is your imagination. So I say, let's learn how to build it, because I think it's pretty cool. And it's very simple. That was from a previous video that I tried to do, and I failed miserably, so we'll see how this one does today. And, well, without further ado, go into your test worlds, ladies and gentlemen. Get the items that you see in my hotbar. These are the only items that you will need in creation mode to do what you need to do. And that is the sticky piston, the redstone wire, I guess you could say, wool, or if you want to use wool, you can use any block, of course. You need a button, a lever, and redstone repeaters, and also dirt in case you feel like patching up the ground in case you knock something out that you do not want to knock out. And also you can put stone in there too, but I will use wool because it's a lot easier to look at when you put redstone on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin our elevator. So first thing is first, we want to put down our pistons, like so. There you go. So our two pistons are looking pretty good. I like it. And okay, and now what we need to do is plant our sticky piston, like so, and our next non-sticky piston, and we're going to put our two pieces of blocks right next to them. I'm just going to say wool for the rest of this video, but put the blocks that you are constructing your elevator out of right next to it, and it's basically just repetition from here. How tall do you want your elevator to be? Don't worry, this is going to be completely repeatable. And I will show you exactly how to do all that. So I will build this a decent height just because it's good to show you guys a repetition of how it works until it gets ingrained in your brain. And you'll see just how easy it is to build this thing. Now keep in mind this construction, this contraption can only go up. It does not go down. But in general, it takes longer to go up in the world than it does to find a way to go down. So you could probably construct some sort of pool or something of that manner and have really no issues to get down. I am trying to find ways to make a elevator that does in fact go down, but unfortunately currently right now I have not found said way to do that. So if you know any ways to make an elevator go up and down, please feel free to post in the video response or in the comments, and I will indeed go check that out and update this video in the future. So, you decide to make your piston elevator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tall, or 8 tall, or a million tall, however tall you need it to be. This is repeatable all the way up. I only chose to go this high because, well, that's as much as you really need to know to continue your way up. And this does not have to be the tallest of our elevator. We can make it taller later on, but for now this is just a way to show you how to begin and later on make it taller if you have to. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our lever. I know over there we had our button, but it's easier to start with a lever and then later upgrade to a button. So we're going to put our redstone right next to our lever, and we're just going to pull the switch. And as you can see, our piston has extended and protruded, and it is now in a good position. So this is going to be our main way to activate our piston elevator. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to this side here. And what I want you guys to do, and you have to make this kind of a habit, is on the side with the pistons that you did first, put your wool block down, skip one, put another wool block down. And then the one that is just wool above, put your pieces of wool down. And continue all the way up your entire tower. And you'll see why we're doing this right now, because it becomes extremely easy later on. And this is going to be identical on the other side. So the bottom here is pure wool. So what does that mean? We have to put 3 wool blocks down, but this one has the pistons. So we're just going to put a little gap here. And we're going to do this until we have gone all the way up to the top of our elevator. Now we're going to grab our redstone repeaters and make sure we're facing the direction of our lever, facing this way. And we are going to put down our redstone repeaters on both sides of our contraption. So as you can see, like this, and we're not going to advance it, make it any slower. This is exactly what we want. And make sure they're all facing forward. If you see this little Assassin's Creed style logo, you know, and it's pointing this way, you know it's pointing the right way. Or if you see the 2 torches, it's pointing the right way. And let me make it daytime again so you guys can see once more. Your eyes have been lit once again. And now, on the back of the machine, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put some redstone repeaters right where this piston is, like so, and right here. Ah, pretty cool. That's why this one is here, right? So this one, the one that's always right next to the piston here, will have to be ticked back fully. That's 1, 2, 3 ticks until it's fully ticked back. And then we're going to grab our redstone and put it on the back of both repeaters, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 out, and continue over until we reach the point of our lever, and we're going to make it all the way back to our lever. Excellent! Looking pretty good so far, right? So if we pull this lever, it should pull this one up, and yes it did, and all our redstone wiring is good. Now, before we continue, I'm going to ask you guys to break this piece of redstone and replace it with a repeater, and tick it back once, and you'll see why we have to do this a little bit later. It just purely relates to timing, but that is exactly what we need done. And now, to get this side done, we're going to put our blocks of our wool blocks down, and we're going to pull them out twice. So we're going to put them down twice, and then same thing as right there. I'm going to put our 2 redstone repeaters down. Ah, that's why that's there. See? Very cool. Very, very cool. So we're going to take this one back all the way. Like I said, on all the ones that go on every single piston here, they have to be ticked all the way back. And then we're just going to put our 2 redstone here. But what are you going to, like, if you look at this, the redstone is going to go all the way here and tick those, and that's not exactly what we want. We want to make sure these are timed properly. So what we're going to do, which will really help out with our build anyway, because these will be part of our build, is we're going to put our blocks 2 blocks out from the next floor. And you can do this all the way to the top, but it's a little bit easier if you wait until you actually need them to be put down, and you'll see why in just a moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2 out from this white block here, excuse me, and we're going to go all the way down here to our lever, and there you go. And one more thing, we're going to break this redstone block, and we're going to put another repeater down, and we're going to tick this one all the way back. 1, 2, 3, like that. And if we pull the lever, it should, yes, there we go. It brings back 3 pistons now. And as you can see, it's getting taller and reaching our destination every step of the way. But you may be wondering, how are we going to get this up here? Well, first of all, we're going to throw down our next 2 repeaters, just so we know what we're doing. And we'll start at the very lowest one here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab one of our repeaters. You see right where this non-ticked back one is, and it has this little bulge of redstone here. We're just going to push down our repeater. We're going to tick it all the way back. We're going to go back into creative flying mode because it's just easier this way. Put 1 block here, right in front of the repeater, and 1 here. And the redstone will charge this repeater. The repeater will then power up this wool, or this redstone on top of the block here, and we're going to put them towards this. Ah, very cool, isn't it? Very simple, very cool, and this is basically how we'll be doing it all the way to the top. So very, very easy, very simple build. And again, we're going to put our wool here, see how it cuts it off. It makes our life so much easier. And to be honest, this is fairly compact on itself. I've tried using Red Power 2, really generally does not make it much more compact, if any. It's Red Power 2 can improve this, but not to the point of where it's like more compact. Red Power 2 will just make it look nicer maybe, but not exactly make it, you know, smaller. Because this is fairly small in and of itself, and you can put it on a section of the building. It's really not going to be that much of an issue. But back to building so you guys can see exactly what we're doing. So now we're on the right side of the tower. We're going to break this redstone like so. Put down a piece of wool, put down another piece, and we'll put our redstone like so. And we're going to get another repeater facing outwards, Assassin's Creed logo facing that way, away from our lever if you want to use that, as a reference. And we're going to take this all the way to full. We're going to pull this wool back here. Put this one up too. You can break this block because you do not need it. It's not important. And we're going to throw down our 2 redstone repeaters. Take the one with the piston next to it all the way back. Make it daytime again. And we're going to grab our redstone. Bring it all the way back to the top of this block. See how easy that was? But just pay attention to the next bit of detail here because it's actually quite important. It's so you can perfect this build and make sure you don't mess up when you're continuing on. So we're going to continue on. We're going to put more wool blocks down. We're going to put our next repeaters up and running, making sure this is ticked back. And now this one is here on the more of the inside. See how this one kind of curls left a little bit? And this one's aligned with the main tower. Now we have to go out, like that one, to the outside of the main tower, like so. And bring this one out, like so. So, as you can see, we're going to grab our redstone, pulling it out on the 3rd block of these repeaters. And then we're going to grab our repeater here, take it back to maximum, break the bottom block here because we do not need it, and simply put our redstone up like so. So can you see how that works? I hope you guys can see how that works. So, you know, the bottom one here is aligned with the tower. The next one here is now 1 block out from the tower, and then when we go up 1 more, this one's going to be aligned with the tower again. So I hope you guys can kind of understand it. We're going to do it again because I want to make sure you guys will understand it. And how easily repetitive it is. And once you start building it, and if you're following along with the video, you probably are understanding it by now. If not, just keep practicing and keep on seeing what you can, you know, understand about it. But it's very repetitive and very, very simple to understand and master. It honestly did not take too long. It took me about an hour just to kind of understand the concept of it. But then in the end, it worked out really nicely. So as you can see, this one's on the inside now, as the other one here was on the 3rd block that we made. This one's going to be on the inside on the one next to the repeater that we made a little bit earlier, like I said. Tick it all the way back. Put this like so. You can break this guy here because, like I said, you do not need it. Put our redstone up like so. And looking good. Obviously, still, you gotta make sure that this is always cut off, because I've had times where I'm like, what the heck is going on? And this redstone was connected and it ruins the elevator. It makes it so it does not work. But this is our last one. Putting our redstone repeaters down, ticking it all the way. And this one can go on the inside, because this is on the outside. And which means we can do that. What we need is 1 redstone repeater. Oh, it's facing the wrong way. Tick it all the way back, like so. Put this one up. Break that one because we do not need it. And we'll throw this redstone here. And we... Nope, not just yet. Oh, now we have completed our redstone piston elevator. So let's go take it for a test spin. Our first test spin, our first true one of the completed tower. We'll see if it pushes us off. If it pushes you off, you did something wrong. But luckily, we did not. Also, if it pushes you off, you may have not been sitting on the back of the tower. Now, this is weird. Sometimes weird things happen. where the piston, for some reason, is staying outside. So, and that is why. See, we found a problem and we're able to troubleshoot because we looked in the same location of where the problem happened. We did not tick this one back. So there you go. We fixed the problem. If we go again, it should not have that problem again. So we'll flip the switch. It should not get pushed off. There we go. Working good. We'll flip the switch again. It should retract and nothing bad happens. So that's awesome. Now we can work to getting our button going on. And to do that, you're going to break these two redstone pieces that were right next to the lever. And we're going to make somewhat of a podium, like so. We're going to grab our redstone, put it on the sides, put our button up, and with the push of a button, literally, we're going to be pushed up. We can walk off to the side and step onto our platform. So this has been a tutorial on how to make a very awesome up-only elevator using vanilla Minecraft. This is no Red Power 2 shenanigans or anything like that, even though I would have really liked to do that. But you can see that, you know, it's a very solid build. If you can find ways to make this go down or anything like that, please let me know. Post a video response, like the video too if you haven't already, if this has helped you, of course. That would really help me out. And I hope this will help you guys. So be sure to use these in your Let's Plays and all that. It's pretty easy to build. And let's just do one more before we wrap up the video, just so you guys can see just how easy it is to add to this thing. So like before, we're going to put our wool on the side. And remember at the beginning when I said that you should always, you know, on the wool sections, you got to make sure you do 3 wool. On the piston sections, you got to do 1, 2 with a gap in the middle. This one's just wool, so 3 across. But the other side is like so. And that means we need to put our repeater down, set it back to daytime, put our other repeaters down, take this one all the way back. And since this one is aligned with our tower, we're going to put this one out 1 block. So, like so. Uh-oh, I put a block somewhere. Oh, no, I ticked this one back. That was an accident. Make sure you don't actually accidentally tick one of your repeaters back. That can really mess you up in the end there. There we go. Take this one back all the way and simply push this up. Break the bottom block, like I say, all the time. Probably annoys you, but we do not need it. And we're going to put this redstone back to the top. And we have now advanced our said thing one more time, our elevator one more, which is awesome. And just to check to see if it's still working, up to snuff, click the button, should work all the way. And there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already to see more Minecraft. I'm going to be starting a Let's Play soon, roughly around the time when a whole bunch of awesome mods are done. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.